I expect fairness in the Senate for everybody. Concessions are given to other people. I expect them to be given to me also when it is needed. The matter for discussion shall, if possible, at least 1/5 of all senators, the matter shall stand over till the next legislative day. A senator moving a motion under Combined Orders 41 and 51 shall ensure copies of the motion are available for all senators when approval to move the motion is granted. Order 51. Notice shall not be dispensed with in the case of a motion or in respect of any other proceeding for which notice is required except with the consent of the President of the Senate and the general assent of the senators present.
Distinguished Senator Ireti, I came from another occasion, and what I met was order of the day. We had actually passed, look at order 38.
No, sir, we haven't passed it because what you just dispensed of was a matter of urgent public importance. And I have been in this Senate when you have read three or four of such in a sitting, and everybody can attest to that.
Reading it is different from taking it.
No, you have taken them, sir.
We have taken the matter of urgent national importance.
Yes, sir.
And by our rule, we should take one in a day. But what I'm saying in essence is that you can always raise it. And when you raise it, we will put the question to our colleagues. Sometimes they will tell you, bring it in a formal motion the next day. But it is not that we will go on taking matters of urgent importance. And if you look at the other paper, you will see, Leader of the Senate, can you please sit down? Explain to
you
her.
Asked for it to be brought as a motion today from yesterday. It's a carryover, sir.
Is it here?
Yes, of course it's here.
Is it on the other paper? It's not on the other paper. The clerk said it's not on the other paper. But come. So it won't appear as if women are marginalized. The Senate leader, can you please refer us to the proceedings of the Senate? Because some of these things is about procedure. The Senate cannot go up and down. We follow the procedure of doing things. So if we have already started orders of the day, we can't go back again to the other side of matter of urgent national importance. We have our own procedures, but the outside world will not understand. The outside world will think that maybe a female senator wanted to raise an issue and the Senate president said no. But it is not here. You should have given it to the Senate services, to the Senate committee on Senator Zam. You should have listed it now if she gave it to you. Did she give you any motion? Rules and business.
No, Your Excellency, no, sir, but we are talking.
Please rise as you are addressing your colleague.
Yeah.
It's a part of the orientation we have to go through now.
Well, I will talk to her after this meeting and see whether we can do.
Has she given you any motion to list for today?
No, sir, not to my knowledge.
So,
no. He has not, sir.
Before I bring you the clip of what Ireti Kingibe wanted to say on the floor of the National Assembly, but she was resisted by Godswill Akpabio, let me explain to you what happened in the first clip you just watched. Senator Ireti Kingibe, the Labour Party senator representing Abuja, on the floor of the National Assembly, staged a walkout on Godswill Akpabio and every senator on the floor of the National Assembly yesterday when she was stopped from presenting a motion on the floor of the National Assembly. You are all aware of what is happening in Abuja about Wike and land, where Wike is going around demolishing people's properties in the name of developing the area. You saw the video of the wife of Paul Ogebe, the 001 of the Nigeria Defense Academy, crying on the National Assembly that Wike is about to take the land that was given to her husband. That particular issue and that of many others has dominated the center stage, and Ireti Kingibe brought it on the floor of the National Assembly. For crying out loud, she is a senator representing the good people of Abuja, but they denied her the opportunity to present her motion, a motion of national importance. Now, this is the reason that the Senate President gave. The Senate President said that this was not listed in the order paper. It means that her motion has not been itemized. What the Senate President is saying is that we are following procedures. But just a few days ago, Senator Abdul Ningi and Senator Mohammed Ali Ndume protested at the Senate welcome guests into the chamber when such was not listed in the order paper. They were ruled out by the Senate President. The Senate President ruled them out because the guests were his friends. Now, how then are you expecting Senator Ireti Kingibe not to take such pressing matter, all because it was not listed in the order paper? Akpabio has set a precedent that Ireti Kingibe is following. Because of her walkout, because she staged a walkout on them, if they will not allow her to present her motion, she simply walked out of the floor of the National Assembly. What is she doing there if she cannot present what is disturbing her people on the floor of the National Assembly simply because it's not listed on the so-called order paper? This is something of great national importance where, because of her stubbornness, she was asked to come back, apologize to her colleagues, and then presented her motion, of which she did.
Apologize to your
I
colleagues
apologize to my
for
colleagues
working
for
out
working
on them.
out.
Then you
Now,
will move the
added
motion.
to that colleague with my colleagues, I expect fairness in the Senate for everybody. Concessions are given to other people. I expect them to be given to me also when it is needed. I apologize if you did not like how I lost my temper, but I was expecting this to happen today.
Yeah, proceed to move your motion.
Apology again, so bad. Mr. President, my name and my distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Ireti Kingibe, representing the Federal Capital Territory. Note that the Federal Capital Administration, on the instruction of Honorable Minister of Federal Capital Territory, embarked on massive demolition of structures within the Federal Capital Territory. Also note that the demolition, according to the FCT authority, was informed by illegal structures and non-development of allocated plots of land by the FCT administration. Concerned that in recent time, the demolition exercise in the FCT is no longer based on reasons adduced by the FCT administration that necessitated the demolition. Further concerned that the current demolition in the FCT is not in line with due process of court orders to demolish. As such, a cross-section of individuals had suffered untold hardships occasioned by massive demolition, which has led to a loss of properties worth billions of naira. Also concerned that at the moment, an estate by name Messrs. Paulosa, for which late Colonel Paul Osankwanwa Okbebo is the chairman, is currently under revocation and demolition. And from reliable information, the said plot of land was allocated to him in 1984 with requisite title document. And further concerned that the owner of this estate was a patriotic Nigerian who served the nation meritoriously and one of the first intakes of the Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna, with registration number 001. Senate resolves accordingly to urge the FCT administration to halt the ongoing revocation and demolition of the said property, as it does not fall within the purview of the reasons for the massive demolition being carried by the FCDA. Also, all demolitions should follow due process. Second prayer. I so submit.
Thank you, but I have one off your mic. I have one problem with your motion. That number 001. Are you very sure? Because I know that Wellington Bassey's estate. Wellington Bassey. Okay. The first 001 was for the Nigerian Army. Then this 001 is for the Defense Academy. Okay. Any seconder? Yes. Senator Natasha.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished
Today
colleagues.
is for women, so go on.
I'm Senator Natasha Procedural, representing the good people of Kogi Central. I stand to second the motion as raised by distinguished Senator Ireti Kingibe that we should please put a stop to the demolition of Paul Osa Estate in Abuja and set up a committee to investigate the matters that are arising. We should call for the petitions from the estate owners and also invite the Honorable Minister and his team so we can view things objectively from all sides. Thank you so much. I so submit.
I want to say kudos to Ireti Kingibe. She's a female, but she has never allowed herself to be bullied on the floor of the National Assembly. We have seen countless videos of her being bullied on the floor of the National Assembly when she wants to speak. She's a Labour Party senator. She won the election on the heels of the P2B wave in 2023 general election, but ever since then, she has been bullied on the floor of the National Assembly and equally being bullied in Abuja, where Nyesom Wike is the FCT minister. Nyesom Wike has openly told her that she is not returning on the floor of the National Assembly in 2027 general election, that what happened in 2023 will not happen again in 2027. Ireti Kingibe is complaining that Nyesom Wike is not working hand in hand with her. She is a senator representing the good people of Abuja. Nyesom Wike is an appointee of the president. By law, Ireti Kingibe has more powers than Nyesom Wike in Abuja because she was voted in by the people of Abuja to represent them. Nyesom Wike is an appointee of the president, but because of the rascality in government, Nyesom Wike is trying to overshadow her in Abuja. Nyesom Wike wants to be seen as the sole person, as the governor and the emperor in Abuja. And as that, they've been loggerhead between the both of them, but Ireti Kingibe has refused to be cow. She has refused to be cage. Ireti Kingibe defeated Philip Adudu. Philip Adudu has been on the floor of the National Assembly for 20 years as a PDP senator. He is representing the people of Abuja, but he was defeated in the last general election. To his dismay, of course, that was because of the wave of Mr. Peter Obi, and Ireti Kingibe has remained true and loyal to the obedient movement and Mr. Peter Obi. Nyesom Wike has been doing everything possible to ensure that he demoralized her. I am sure they are trying to make her to come to APC. That is all they are trying to do. You have seen the Labour Party House of Rep members and the senators decamping to the APC. I am sure this is the same thing they want to do to Ireti Kingibe. They want her to join the APC. But I don't know if she's going to join because I think the pressure is really much on her. But as it stands now, the Labour Party is not even finding her footing. Labour Party is being destroyed as I'm talking to you now. Julius Abure and his cohort, they are doing everything possible to destroy the Labour Party. A party that came to the national limelight in 2023 general election within 6 months cannot even organize her house because of power play and money. The politicians that won election in Labour Party on the heels of Mr. P2B wave are now using the excuses that Labour Party is having crisis to decamp to the APC. So many of them has decamped so far. So I am sure that all this in playing on the floor of the National Assembly is to send a message to Ireti Kingibe. You need to leave the Labour Party and come and join the APC. All they want to do is to make Nigeria to become a one-party state. If Ireti Kingibe was in APC, she would not have been subjected to all this level of humiliation and bullying that she's going through on the floor of the National Assembly. What she brought on the floor of the National Assembly is something of national interest, is something of great importance. So how come they are trying to bully her not to present it because it's not on the order of the list? But thank God she was brave enough to stand her ground, because the floor of the National Assembly is an assembly that belongs to the people. Whatever that concerns the people that ought to be read on the National Assembly should be allowed to be read on the National Assembly, irrespective of whether it was listed in an order or not. It should be allowed. And she resisted the attempt to be bullied. She resisted her attempt to be silenced, and that paved the way for her motion to be read on the floor of the National Assembly. And she read it, and that led to the Senate asking Nyesom Wike to halt whatever plan he has or he's doing about demolition of properties in Abuja. He should stop demolishing people's property in Abuja, and they've given that motion so far. Thanks to Ireti Kingibe for standing her ground. I must say kudos to her. She has resisted all form of bullying and intimidation on the floor of the National Assembly, and she's a woman. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.